a lot of this it's selling your culture, like I said, and why you're your company's just a great place to work, and it's even better if you let your current employees share that concept or share their own stories, either with applicants that are, applying for jobs and coming in for interviews, or maybe even on your website where you have a career section, which I'll mention again in a little bit, but allow them to tell their stories. Maybe it's video, putting video up there about why I love working at this company and what they've done for me, and sharing that stuff. We've had plenty of people on the show that have talked about sharing things on LinkedIn about their employees. And I just saw, the name escapes me, but one small business that I used to deal with in the electronics field, and they had, those big giant wrestling belts or boxing, big belts that goes around, just a huge thing, covers almost your stomach. Well, there's a company that makes those, like just for awards.
Of course there is.
Yes, of course there is. And they customize them. Well, here, this was a post on LinkedIn, a guy who, won whatever, some award, some kind of recognition, and they had given him this big belt that he was holding over his shoulder. And, people see that. Potential employees see that. They're like, this is kind of different. How they recognize their employees, and then sharing that in public, whether you're posting it on your own website, LinkedIn, other social media, using Medium to do blog posts, whatever you want to do.
I have a question for you about sharing, like how much to share, especially how you're recognizing your employees, because some of it's going to be, monetary in a sense. Well, in a real way, it's going to be monetary. But do you share that that you do quarterly reviews or annual this, or like how far do you go with that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, and I think that the key is just to know that there is some system in place to get recognized, right? If you employees looking for jobs, like, well, am I going to get a review each quarter? Oh, look, they post this stuff on LinkedIn. That could even help me get a job down the road if I was recognized by some, as employee of whatever. You can talk about profit sharing, whether you do bonuses. But it's even better if you have your existing employees talk about it. Now, you may have to parse some of that data, right?
Of course.
To clean it up, to keep it not detailed. But, asking people that, hopefully you have people that love to work there already. If you don't, that's another show. But
right.
You want to let the people know that this is a great place. There's a career path. I started as the receptionist or as a warehouse person, and now I'm doing X, and I learned all this, and I got some training. We just did a couple of episodes on career paths, and we'll put the link in the show notes. Having a career path is a huge benefit versus a company that doesn't even talk about that and doesn't promote it. And I highly recommend you have a place on your website where you spotlight your employees, talk about what they're doing, and sharing this whole concept, because it's part of your culture, and people are looking at your website when they're thinking about coming to work for you. That's for sure.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. I like this. This makes sense.